I like about humanity is probably how vast it is. You have this body, and no body is the same, whether it be physically or mentally. Everybody thinks different things. Everybody views the world in different ways. No thought is the same. Even if it may sound the same, this other person probably perceives it differently than you do. And I think that's pretty cool because there's so many people in this world. Small world, big world, there's just so many people. The population is ever growing, and not one single person, even the doppelgangers, are the same. I just think that's amazing. Because you would think, oh, there's probably one person out there that's exactly like me, but it's not true. At least I believe it's not true. That I believe you are yourself, and that's what makes it so unique. You have your own thoughts, you have your own feelings, you have your own dreams, aspirations. It's just amazing. That's just the way I see it, I guess. And I like to treat other people as riddles. So when you're a child, riddles are just kind of simple. Like something you'd see in the labyrinth, for example. They're just kind of simple, something to get your mind going, something to get it to develop more. But when you're an adult, these riddles become more complex, and you start questioning the world. You start coming up with theories. You start thinking different things. Is there an alternate universe? Is there more out there? Can I explore more out there? Are there supernatural beings? And then riddles can also be interpreting what a person is feeling, I suppose, analyzing a person, observing them. And some people look down upon that as being nosy, but I like to go out in crowds sometimes and watch the people go by and take just one simple look at them and go, I wonder what they're feeling right now. I wonder what they're thinking. I wonder how their life is. Do they have a husband, a wife? Do they have kids? Are they in love right now? Are they feeling happy? And it's all just a riddle to me. Everything is a riddle in this world, and that's what keeps my brain going, I suppose. That's what fuels my curiosity and creativity. Of course, it's none of my business, but it's just nice to think, wow, this person could have their whole life ahead of them, and they don't even know. They don't even know what's going to happen the next day. The next day, they could wake up and win the lottery. The next day, they could wake up and meet the love of their life. There's just so many possibilities, and I just thinking of somebody waking up and winning the lottery and getting so happy and coming back to their family I just won such and such money. We get to move out of this shitty house and have a great life, and I get to care for my kids more. It's just exciting. Thinking about how happy other people can be in their lives. Another thing I find special about humanity and emotions is happiness itself. Because some people are just so easy to please. I'm easy to please, for example. Little things make me happy. God, if I just hug the Clancy doll or something like that, I'm automatically 10 times happier. Or I get a compliment, or somebody lets me know that I'm loved. That makes me happy. And I love that. I love the little things that make people happy because they're paying attention to little details about a person, little details about the activities that they do, their passions, and come up to you and be like, hey, I saw this color today. I saw lavender, and it reminded me of you. And it's wow, you pay attention too. It's a blessing to have somebody pay attention to those small little things about you. And then there's children, and children get happy by the smallest things too. And I used to not actually like children that much because of past experiences, but now just kind of slightly being around them more, or just kind of seeing newfound parents be happy with their children makes me happy too, because they get excited by every little thing. The whole world is now their playground. The whole world is now a canvas. They can paint and create things and imagine things, and their imagination they're blooming, they're creating things, and it's wow, this small being can do all of that and just be completely content with the world they create, and there's no sense of depression or anxiety. And this sounds pretty grim, but they don't know how the real world works yet, so they kind of construct their own world to live in with like imaginary friends and imaginary whatever, and it's just that innocence that I love so much. And it's that innocence that I try to keep in myself too, because even as adults, we still have an inner child that we want to let loose now and again. You'll see something nostalgic and go, oh my god, it's that thing again, and I love that. I love expressing that innocence even when you're in adulthood, because it proves that that inner child never dies, it just sleeps. And why would you want to live a life that's just strictly on responsibility and boring fucking taxes or something? You want to have fun eventually. You want to have fun. So going on family vacations or seeing your own child smile, their giggle, brings out your inner child too, whether you like it or not. And some people look down upon that. Some adults look down and say, oh, would you just grow up? But do we ever grow up? Do we ever grow up? No, you don't lose that inner child, even if it's just sleeping, even if you try to bury it as much as possible and try to tell yourself, no, I'm not supposed to act quote-unquote immature, I'm not supposed to like cartoons, I'm not supposed to like plush animals. But if you do, why are you hiding it? Because somebody told you? Because somebody told you that's immature? Because somebody told you to grow up? Because somebody took away those comforts from you, took away your comfort items, things that made you happy, and belittled you because you were acting like a child when you're in your 20s or 30s? But who gives them the right to take away those things that make you happy? Fuck, if watching cartoons every morning makes you happy, then fucking watch cartoons. Who gives a fuck what they say? Live your life like tomorrow is going to be the last day of your life. You control your happiness. Nobody can take away your happiness, and nobody can take away your inner child. What gives them the right to kidnap your inner child? Grab that shit back. Kidnap your own inner child back then. So I have major respect for those out there, adults, parents, who continue to embrace their inner child, because I think that's the way of life, personally. You have, obviously, a responsible side, a caretaker side, but you also should have a side where you can let loose, whether it be with your own family, your friends, your lover, just by yourself. Enjoy that. Enjoy that creativity. Enjoy that innocence for a while. Enjoy that vast imagination of creating things. When you're younger, you create imaginary friends because you want that type of friend. That's the type of friend you want. When you're an adult, you imagine up your future, things you want done, things you want to do. I'm not saying that's like boring now, like, yeah, I want to pay off my goddamn taxes, that's my dream, but there's always going to be a part of you that's like, damn, I never went to Disney World, I want to go to fucking Disney World. Damn, that place looks really fun, I want to do that. And that's when it hits. That looks really fun, I want to do that. That's also your inner child talking. Hey, I want to do that because it looks fun. But you shouldn't shun yourself for that. Fuck, I've seen adults go into Build-A-Bear before and get so excited for that. Does that make them wrong? No, it doesn't. It makes them happy. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to say here. If it makes somebody happy and it's not harming somebody, what gives you the right to judge them because they're being happy? Maybe it looks embarrassing in your eyes, but in their eyes are lighting up with the whole goddamn galaxy right now over something so small maybe to you, but so big to them. And that's what I love about humanity too. You can find love and compassion and just in general something amazing in small things. Small little things you can find a whole world in, and it opens up your world. And that is okay. Even if it's childish, it's okay. Because it's your world, not anybody else's. So if I had to say one thing before I cut off this video is, be yourself. Find things that make you happy. And by all means, cling on to those things. If it's not harming you or harming anybody else, fucking love it to death. Be happy, live your life without care of how others are going to perceive it. Because if it makes you happy, then do it. That is the purpose of life, to live it to its fullest potential. And happiness comes hand in hand with that. Because if you're just living a life that's bleak and boring and you're suffocating yourself from your dreams and aspirations and your happiness because somebody told you that you can't do that, because somebody told you that it's stupid, you're not really living life. You're living by somebody else's expectations. That's just not how you live life. So go dance in the rain. Go sing in the shower as loud as you can. I just knocked off my headphones. Hold on. Laugh at the little mistakes in life, like when I just knocked off my headphones. Just laugh it off. And be free. Be free in your mind. Be free in your heart. Be free in your soul.